Going around our community, going around our community with Henny and Greg, meeting helpers in our community, meeting helpers in our community with Henny and Greg.
Welcome to Community Helper Storytime.
Hey, good morning, Greg.
Good morning, Miss Henny. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Yes, I'm doing well also.
Well, welcome everybody out there who's watching. This is an episode of Community Helper Storytime. And today we have such an important community member, and that is a dentist. Dr. Blount, right from here in Kentwood, is in the studio and ready to join us. What can you tell us about Dr. Blount?
Well, Dr. Blount is a Grand Rapids native who went to Grand Rapids.
I hear you, Greg.
Can you hear me now?
I can. Super.
Okay. Well, Dr. Tracy Blount went to Grand Rapids Creston High School, Grand Rapids native. She went to U of M where she got her doctorate in dentistry and dental surgery. She has served on the dental advisory committee at Grand Rapids Community College and was also a clinical instructor there. She volunteers for the Salvation Army, Baxter Community Center, the Southeast Economic Development Center, as well as Cherry Health Services. So truly someone who gives back to the community she is a part of. And you can find her at Dental Design PC online over on 44th Street. Look her up there, and that is Dr. Tracy Blount, who we are very honored to have here. Shall we bring her into the studio?
Yeah, let's meet her.
Okay, here we go. Good morning, Dr. Blount.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us. It's great to have you.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
So I have some questions for you as a mother, and I'm sure lots of parents out there are wondering, how old should a child be when they first start going to the dentist?
We like to see them around 2.5. Some dentists say as soon as you see teeth come in, but a lot of times with children, it's just a lot easier if they're about 2.5. But the parent can still brush the teeth as they start to erupt. Erupt means to come in the mouth.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
And for a child who is going to the dentist for the first time and might feel a little hesitant or not know what to expect, what would you tell that child?
Well, I'll tell them to relax. They brush their teeth every day, so we're going to help them, and we're just going to brush them also, but more professionally. Okay. And then make sure all your teeth are in and make sure they're coming in the right way, and make sure everything is nice and healthy.
So speaking of brushing your teeth, how often each day should we brush our teeth, and when is the best time to brush our teeth?
It'll be absolutely wonderful if you can brush after every meal. Sometimes that's really challenging during the day, but definitely after breakfast and before you go to bed.
Okay. Now, there is so much talk right now about how long we spend washing our hands, right? We wash your hands for a certain amount of time to make sure they're extra clean. How long should we spend brushing our teeth?
2 minutes. You want to use a timer. Yes, use a timer. Okay. Boom. Turn it around. You'd be amazed how long 2 minutes is.
I probably don't brush my teeth for 2 minutes, so I should.
I ended up getting an electric toothbrush that tells me how long I am on each spot. That's what,
Yeah, that's great.
That's good. All right. So what do you like best about your job, Dr. Blount?
I like treating patients, and I like cosmetic work. I like seeing if the patient comes in at a certain state and I help bring them to a healthy state. I always have a goal. I have an end goal of how the mouth should look, and my job is to get them to that point, and I love it.
That's good. That's good. And what a great way to give back. So when did you first realize that you wanted to be a dentist?
I would say once I was in college, I knew I wanted to be a doctor. I just had to look around and talk to see what area. I was always interested in healthcare. And I talked to a couple dentists and I said, I think this is it. And so that's what it was. Yeah.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah.
So how many teeth do we have in our mouth, Dr. Blount?
Well, children start off with 20. Well, they start off with none, of course, but eventually they get to 20. So then after the 20 teeth, as we grow and mature, the baby teeth come out. We say exfoliate, but that means they come out of their mouth and the adult teeth start to come in. So we end up with 32 teeth. That's including wisdom teeth.
Okay. That's interesting. I think I only got 2 wisdom teeth in my mouth.
That happens.
But, yeah.
Yeah,
So Greg and I had the privilege of visiting you at your office a few weeks ago. We took some pictures. So Greg, you want to take us through some of those pictures and we can talk about what a dentist office looks like?
Yeah, and actually, I'll let Dr. Blount kind of just briefly tell us what's going on, because I think I kind of have them in a little bit of chronological order, arriving at the dentist and leaving. So here we go, okay?
All right. So you come in and you sit in our chair. You have your chair, the assistant has her chair, I have my chair, and a parent has a little chair or a sibling has another chair, your brother or sister.
Right. And here we are with the patient in the chair.
Right. Then I talk to you, see how you feel, what needs to be taken care of, if you have any pain anywhere, or if you're just healthy and want to check up.
Okay. It's like some of
And
the tools of the trade.
Yes, those are some of the tools I use to look inside, because I have to look all the way in the back. So I need a mirror to do that. So we put a mirror in your mouth. We have a tool to make sure everything is nice and sound and healthy. And then another tool just to help pick up items so I don't have to pick them up with my hands.
Excellent. And then visit is all over.
Yes, and at the end, guess what? You get a toothbrush and some toothpaste and floss and maybe a sticker, and definitely you get to go to the toy box.
Oh, excellent.
Wow.
I want to see what's in there. All kinds of good stuff, it looks like.
Yes.
So that's pretty much how easy it is to visit the dentist.
Yeah, looks like fun. You get prizes
It is.
too. How great is that?
Yes.
All right, so I know you're going to share a story with us today. And
Yeah.
as is our way, we always start with our starting rhyme. So let's get our hands out here. Here we go. Open them, shut them, open them, shut them. Give a little clap. Open them, shut them, open them, shut them. Put them in your lap. Creep them, creep them, creep them. Right up to your chin. Open your mouth. But don't let them in. All right. I think we're ready to go here with the book. What are we reading today, Greg?
Today, Dr. Blount will be reading Bear's Loose Tooth, and that is by Karma Wilson. And we have permission from Little Simon, which is a division of Simon & Schuster Publishers. They're basically allowed us to read that live today. So we are going to send it over to Dr. Tracy Blount, and then Dr. Blount, we will see you after the story.
All right. As they said, Bear's Loose Tooth. From a cave in the forest came a munch, munch, crunch. As Bear and his friends nibbled on their lunch. Ooh, wonder what the crunch was, huh? Let's see. Bear savored every bite. He gulped and he gobbled. Then there in his mouth, something wiggled and wobbled. As Bear nibbled food, something moved when he chewed. It was Bear's loose tooth. Bear pointed in his mouth and he said, "My tooth feels funny. It's the one right here." Bear frowned and he worried. Tears welled in his eyes. But how will I eat if my tooth says goodbye? Hare said, "Open wide," and he saw the bear's loose tooth. You see the hair there? Wow. Mouse, wheat. Don't fret, don't fret. Let's look and see. A new tooth will grow where the old used to be. We'll help, said Wren. I know what to do. It's out with the old and in with the new. Wren perched on Bear's lip and he got a good grip on Bear's loose tooth. Wren pulled on the tooth with all his might. It's out! Is it out, asked Bear? But it stayed stuck tight. He thought it was out, but it wasn't. It was tight. I'm a bit too small for the job, said Wren, so I'll grab the tooth. But the tooth stayed in. Badger said, I'll try. He gave a good pry. Bear's loose tooth. You see him trying here? Wow. They all took a turn, but the tooth wouldn't budge. Bear used his tongue and he gave a little nudge. His tooth wiggled to and fro. Then what do you know? Bear's tooth fell out. Bear danced a big dance and grimmed a big grim. Bear held up his tooth and he showed all his friends. Bear looked in the mirror and he laughed at his smile. A new tooth would come, but it might take a while. That night in bed, right next to his head, lay Bear's loose tooth. While he slept and he snored, a fairy fluttered in, and she left blueberries where Bear's tooth had been. He woke in the morning and found the sweet treat. Bear's friends came for breakfast, and they sat down to eat. Bear gulped and he gobbled. He felt something wobble. Uh-oh! Bear's loose tooth. The end.
Great story, Dr. Blount. Thank you for sharing.
Excellent reading.
You're welcome.
I am guessing that that new tooth that Bear was going to get was going to be rather large too. Just
Yeah. going to be a little bigger because we get bigger, so our teeth need to be a little bigger than the baby teeth.
That's right.
Wonderful.
So shall we do a song together a minute? How about Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star today? Does that sound good? All right,
We'll do
here
it.
we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. All right.
Nice, Miss Henny.
Well, what a great story time. We appreciate you, Dr. Blount, taking time out of your
Thank
busy
you.
schedule to join us. You're such an important member of our community, so thank you for all you do. And we hope to see you around.
Thank you. It was nice joining you today.
Yes, great. Again, thank you for your time, and you have a great day, okay?
Thank you.
Bye, Dr. Blount.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I loved that book, and she read it so amazingly well.
Yeah, the Karma Wilson Bear books. Good ones to check out and take
Okay.
a look for sure.
Okay.
So next week on the schedule, we have another very important community helper, and that is a sanitation worker from Red Creek Sanitation. Is that right?
Yes, Red Creek Waste Services. Yes, we are going to have a route driver next week. And, you know, when we talk about essential, I don't know if they become any more essential than that, but we'll be looking forward to that next Friday, 10 a.m.
All right. We'll see everybody then. Have a
Yep.
great day,
Bye.
everyone.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Miss Henny,
Bye.
you have a great day. Goodbye,
Okay.
everyone.
Going around our community, community, community. Going around our community with Henny and Greg. Meeting helpers in our community, community, community. Meeting helpers in our community with Henny and Greg.